Good morning. Got Dotty again with me today. This is a place called Little Hayfield, just before you get into Big Hayfield. And just managed to find somewhere to park just on the main road there. So I'm going to have a little mooch around today, just see what we can see. The last time I was there was lots of bluebells in the field as well, which was quite nice. It's a place where you probably just drive by and won't even notice. It's just off the main road there, coming into Hayfield from Glossop. But yeah, like I say, it'll be a place where you can just blink and you'll miss it. So, I mean, I literally got out of the van, parked up the van, got across the road, walked a little bit. Dotty had a poo. After having a poo at home as well. So I put it back on the van and carried on walking. Got a little bit further. She had a poo again. I mean, I know there's no bins anywhere, so again, did a U-turn, went back to the van, and my van boot is full of dog shit. But yeah. Yeah, some nice little houses down here as well. I bet these are mega expensive. The reason I'm talking to you today, this morning, it's a bit of a bittersweet thing really. I asked ChatGPT how many days have passed since January the 1st, 2025, and it said it's 500 days. So 500 days today is when, 500 days ago today I should say, is when I give up drinking. It's pretty awesome. And the obviously the bittersweet part is the chains broke down. So we have to be back to square one basically. The people who were buying our house put it on the market for more than it's worth, and then obviously the survey that the people who wanted to buy it told them that it was worth less than what it was put on the market for. So then they couldn't find the extra funds to make up the shortfall, so they had to pull out. And it's the second time it's happened now in 6 months. I mean, we've had everything in place. We've had to pay for surveys, we've had to pay for searches, we've had to pay for solicitors, and we've had to pay for the photographs which has all gone down the toilet basically now. You know, which is frustrating. There should be some kind of law. There should be some kind of law or regulation in place that you're basically just not allowed to do that. Or the people that have effed up should foot the bill as well. You know, because we're forking out a couple of grand for nothing really. We put the house back in the market. I mean, I can put a link up. It's a 4-bed. It's in Mottram in Longondale, and as of yesterday, it's back on the market again for the second time. So we have to go through all the rigmarole of doing the viewings, making the house crazy tidy, and just going through the stress of that again, which isn't ideal, but hey-ho. But like I said, the positive is 500 days without a drink. Like I said, all these walks I'm doing are as a result of that, I believe. And onwards, yes, to another 500 days. Yeah, so this is a route that eventually leads up to Kinder. Well, we're not quite at the foot of Kinder, but this will get to the shooting cabins. Ah, Dotty. You're really annoying when there's sheep around. Really, really annoying when there's sheep around. So what have I been up to this past week. It's been very quiet at work, hence why I'm out here trying to sort my Google account out. That was frozen for whatever reason. So I was on the phone to some guy called Gabby in the Philippines for about an hour yesterday, and he was saying, all right, okay, so how many jobs would you like to get per day? And I was like, well, you know, a couple. I mean, this is like to do with Google ads and stuff. I said to him, a couple. He says, right, okay, we'll get a little plan together for you based on your wants and needs and your kind of the type of work you do. And the plan came back. It was recommended £800 a day to advertise on Google at just over £4,000 a week. I'm a sole trader. I mean, I don't make that much in probably a quarter, you know, never mind a week. Yeah, Google advertising, that is another world. Also did a bit of work on my website as well. Again, computers aren't my thing. Probably used to be back in the day, but you know, just get out of the habit, don't you? It's a nice little buzzard doing the rounds up there as well. Yep. Me and computers just don't mix. It's very, 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 very frustrating. Very frustrating. But yeah, you'll have to excuse me, so I'm a little bit out of shape. Not done anything like this for a while. I wish Dottie was out of shape as well. She's pulling me everywhere. Yep, I've figured out a way to stop Dottie from pulling. It's quite hard work, but it seems to be working. Yeah, so what have we been up to this week? It's the 14th of May. I mean, the sun's just gone in now and it's quite cold, hence why the big coat's on. Yeah, I've done a bit of work, done a few failed walks. Went out on Tuesday morning, absolutely pissing it down. Got absolutely drenched. I was over near the Staffordshire border. The area's called Crome Hill. I think it's called the Dragon's Back as well. It's also known as Dragon's Back. As soon as I got out of the van, absolutely peed it down. Me and Dottie got absolutely drenched and got back in the van and drove home. So that was a bit of a failed attempt, so you won't be getting a video on that. So we're just going to head off around there. Yeah, I was on my bike actually up here the other day. It was lovely. Some nice little windy kind of downhills and stuff. Really good fun. But yeah, like I say, what's going on with this weather at the moment? Seems to have gone really cold for me. Sorry, I'm boring myself now. I am really boring myself talking about the weather. Oh my God. We just decided to come up to one of our favourite places. I mean, wherever there's sheep, it's her favourite place. Could be anywhere, couldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I feel really, really uninspired at the moment. I don't know what it is. I just feel really, really uninspired. I mean, this news that we've just been given about the chain breaking down. I mean, it's probably more affecting my wife than it is myself. I try not to get too emotionally involved, you know, with big things like that could potentially come crashing down. You know, I know I've done New Mills itself, you know, that's where we was going to move to. I mean, the owner of the house that we was going to move into said he would keep it off the market for about a week. I mean, a week's not a long time, is it, in the house moving business? But I think he's just super keen to move. Things happen for a reason. But when you're going through the process, I mean, you don't know all this stuff, do you? You just, you know, you get the offer in, you know, you accept the offer. You don't really know the details of the offer. But we're putting it on the market again, and we've told our estate agent that they have got to be 100% proceedable, that it's 100% watertight this time, because I'm not going through that again for the third time just to be let down again. You know, it's stressful. The first time we sold the property and the, you know, everything else, the chain just collapsed. And I said to Lorraine, we need to take it off the market for 6 months and we need to reset. You know, but she was hell-bent on getting it back on. I had to go with it. I got ill due to the stress, I think, of having to do all the viewings and just go through that process again. Just a bit of a local walk really today, nothing special regarding a walk, but yeah, it's our 3-year anniversary as well. Well, it was yesterday, and that's where we got married. Don't know if you can see, there's a little, just at the end there, I don't know if you can make out like a little house. There's your upper house. People have probably walked past it without even noticing it. I know I did quite a few times until we were looking for wedding venues. But yeah, absolutely amazing venue. And I can't believe it's 3 years ago. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird headspace at the moment. Quite frustrated. There's some good things going on. You know, there's some not so good things going on. I mean, obviously the good thing is it's our anniversary. And the other, I mean, yesterday was our anniversary, and yesterday the chain collapsed on the property move. So there's, like I said, there's good things and there's bad things going on with my headspace at the moment. Went out on Tuesday, absolutely peed it down. It was miserable. I mean, considering it's like May, it wasn't a pleasant walk, so I had to scrap that one. Got absolutely drenched, so we're out again today. I mean, today's meant to be okay. So we're going to be heading, just doing our usual really, just up William Clough round the plateau and then back into Hayfield. So yeah, I did a job for a guy yesterday, put his TV up on the wall, and when I got the news from Lorraine, I just had it on loudspeaker, so he obviously heard what I was talking about. When I finished on the call, he says, "Oh, you're having a stressful time with moving house as well?" I was like, "Yes, why? Have you had a stressful time too?" And he was like, "Yes. Hence why I've done all the work on my house." So instead of moving, he's just spent the equivalent of probably what it would cost him in the stamp duty to develop the house. You know, to put a loft room in and stuff like that. So is that the route that we take? I mean, I'm not aware of like other people that have had the same kind of stressful situation like what we've had, but like I say, yesterday it was just so happens like the customer I was doing work for had suffered the same. Does it happen all too often? These chains breaking down. I wouldn't mind, but there's only 4, which is, it's a relatively small chain. You know, so there's less chance of it kind of breaking down, but both times we've been in a chain for whatever reason broken down. And it's hard not to feel really angry about it and really bitter, because it's all out of your control. So yeah, that's why I've come out today, just to try and put everything to the back of my mind. So I guess talking to you about it isn't really doing that, but I'm hoping just being outside going to help just have like a bit of a mental reset. I mean, I've already seen somebody with a dog off the lead where there was birds flying about, you know, so that got me go up a little bit. Strange, isn't it? You know, when you're not great mentally, it kind of, you just feel like you've tipped over the edge and you can't really rescue the situation. That's why doing something like this will give you that reset. You'll just press the reset button and hopefully work and get you back to yourself again. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else at the moment, to be honest. I mean, I love this place. You know, it's far away from like any stressful situation, apart from when Lassie's going for sheep. And she doesn't kind of acknowledge that she's done wrong. She just does exactly the same again. It's just a really, really, really strong prey drive. Hence why the little shit is on the lead. I mean, I would argue somewhere like this keep it on the lead all the time. And because then other people will feel safe. You know, other people with reactive dogs will feel safe. So I've also been planning my next, well, I say my next big adventure. It's going to be my first big adventure. And it's going to be from the south of the peaks, I think somewhere around near Ashbourne. I'm hoping to get dropped off there and then making my way up on foot. I think it'll probably be 2 or 3 days up to Glossop, you know, which is from like the bottom of the peaks to the top. So, and I've been looking at places to stay. You've got youth hostels, you've got campsites. I think that might be the preferred option. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. And the route that we attempted on Tuesday, through Park House Hill and Chrome Hill, we'll be taking that route through that'd be the White Peak side of the Peak District. And then going across to probably Castleton, to Mamtor possibly, and then over to Edale, and then over to here, cross over Kinder once again, and then over Bleaklow, and then into Glossop. So yeah, so I'm just in the planning stage of doing that now. Yeah, any ideas on kind of places to stay, or even routes and stuff like that, please comment. I mean, if anybody wants to join me for a leg, I mean, you're more than welcome. I mean, this is likely to be towards the end of May, I would say, because at the beginning of June, doing a trip to Wales. Some Canada geese. Are they called Canada geese or Canadian geese? That's the first time I've seen them up here. Oh, Dottie's obviously seen them as well. Oh, morning. Fell runner, going up William Clough. See, that's something. I haven't got the ankles for that, for fell running. You need really strong legs for that. Strong leg muscles. Be able to dance as well. Really pointing your feet. But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's likely to be the end of May, maybe the beginning of June. The second week in June, I'm going to Wales to do Gribcock. So I need to plan that as well. Like, you know, to work on your mental health, they always say you need something to do, something to hope for, and something to love. And at the moment, that something to hope for is wearing a bit thin. It's wearing a bit thin on the ground, based on this chain collapsing and having to go through the whole process again. But I guess that falls into the category of something to do, because we'll be busy with, you know, potentially looking for another property. You know, because it's going to be for our ever home as well. A lot of thought needs to go into it. You know, and is this happen for a reason? Is this situation happen for a reason? Are we not meant to be in that house? Is this somewhere kind of better that we're going to belong? Right, so let's focus on the positives anyway. Let's forget about all the shit. Let's just focus on the positives. If anyone else has got a spaniel, a Springer Spaniel, they both do this. If you have a look there now, she's come round the back of me, come round the back of my legs and shooting off forward. I don't know if anybody else's dog does this, but both of our dogs do this. You know, when you're walking on kind of tricky terrain, it's quite difficult when the lead's behind you and your legs are kind of like, you know, getting bowed. Oh dear. I am in a shit headspace at the moment. Really shit headspace. Everything's just annoying me. You know, I mean, the world carries on spinning, doesn't it? Carries on spinning round and round. You know, and whatever kind of mood you're in, the world will just carry on spinning. Things will continue to annoy you. I mean, more often than not, I'm quite a patient guy. With quite a high patience tolerance, I'd say. But all it takes is just one thing, and then it kind of snowballs, doesn't it? This is where positivity really shines through, but it's very difficult to be positive sometimes. And how do you combat that? I mean, first and foremost, you just come out, don't you? You just come out to forget about it all. Am I struggling? I'm really struggling to forget about it at the moment. Yeah. I've just felt a spot of rain as well. Yeah, I think the coat's going to be going back on. Like I say, I woke up this morning, sun was shining. And apparently in Wales, it's meant to be snowing today. In Ogwen Valley. Snowing in May. Right, so I'm just going to put my camera away now and get my coat on. And no doubt in 5 minutes time it'll be 20 degrees. Yeah, the good thing about this jacket as well, this Paramour, is the technology. It's got, I mean, I've got a rab, like a quilted rab jacket as well. If I were wearing that, I would just get too hot. But this, it kind of draws out the moisture, draws out the sweat, and keeps you relatively cool. Compared to any of the rab stuff, I mean, I'd be boiling in it. It's just like wearing a quilt, but this, it's got like the breathability and the, it's waterproof as well. As long as you keep on top of the proofing of it, get like nick wax and stuff to treat it every now and again. Like I said, there's no such thing as a waterproof garment, because I got my Montane Gore-Tex out on Tuesday, and it was kind of driving wind as well with the rain, because up on the tops, and I got back and it had gone straight through. So this is a relatively new jacket as well. But I guess it's good for like light stuff. I mean, I know this is what Dottie's like all the time. I know Dottie's like this all the time, but I'm just lacking patience at the moment. You know, mentally strong means exactly that. Just being able to let things just bounce off. Just putting a barrier up. I mean, she's sending me into the water now because she can smell something. But being mentally strong, you've got the ability to just let things bounce off and not affect you. No, but something big like a house move, it's meant to be the most stressful thing you can do. That weakens your mental strength, and then other things come in, and you lose your strength. You lose that mental strength. I mean, obviously this is a video as well about me giving up drinking 500 days ago as well. And something like this happens. The instinct is to just open the fridge, get a bottle of wine out, and just drink. And that's what I used to do. But now this is my, being out here is my new alcohol, if you like. Am I feeling better for it at the moment? Probably not. Will I feel better afterwards? Probably. Will I feel a sense of achievement for doing this? Yeah, a little bit. There's people that are able to do stuff like this, and it makes you appreciate, what you do have is freedom, basically. Freedom to do whatever you can do. I mean, literally 5 minutes has gone by. It was hailstoning, and now the sun's out. Birds are tweeting again, and I've got my jacket on. So whatever was going to happen didn't happen, but it looked like he was going to absolutely piss it down. Oh. So we just made it to the top of Kinder, up William Clough, and on the way up, we saw somebody on the way down that's currently in the process of doing the Land's End to John O'Groats walk. I mean, good on him. He's doing it for a charity as well called War Child. I did try and get his QR code off his bib, but they didn't quite take me to the Just Giving page. What I'll do, I'll put the picture that I took just in there, so you can follow his progress, and you can obviously donate if you want to as well. Right, Dotty. Take you to that bleeding bloke doing the Land's End to John O'Groats. You little shit. But yeah, it's inspiring seeing people do that selflessly, doing all them miles on the feet for a charity, for a good cause. He's just made his way over Kinder, and he's just made his way down, and now he's heading to Crowden. He's stopping at the little campsite there. Sorry, he'll be doing Bleaklow before that, won't he? Yeah, he'll be doing Bleaklow before that, and then later on today, stopping at Crowden. Starting to get into my stride a little bit now, starting to feel a little bit better as well. Just put everything to the back of my mind. And yeah, like I say, we're at the top and it's relatively calm as well. So it's just nice, easy going. You can see a bit of rain over there in the distance. Whether we've already had that or not, I'm not sure. You know, maybe that's the bit of rain that came over earlier that made me take my coat on and off. So we're just coming up to Kinder Downfall, and it's just coming a little bit more exposed. You can actually see the rain cloud travelling there, can't you? So it's going from right to left, I think, that isn't it? I think that was probably a bit of hailstone. That. Yeah, seems to be a lot of that about at the minute. Just a lot of isolated showers. Anyway, it's going in the other direction, so we're safe for the time being. The guy that we saw before, I'll put the QR code on here, but it's just a picture of his belly. I couldn't get to his Just Giving page for whatever reason, so I'll try it when I get in. I'll try and obviously give him a bit of money. I mean, what does everyone get to a point in life where you think, yep, I'm gonna do Land's End to John O'Groats. Whether this was decided over a bottle of wine one day and it's kind of grown from there, who knows. I didn't really talk to him much. I didn't really want to keep him from walking, but it was nice to have a chat with him. Come from Norfolk, you know, which is famously flat, so this is all a bit of a more of a challenge for him, doing the elevation. So So just boiling some water for some food, a little bit of food that I brought out with me. Something nice and quick and easy. And then I'll just get cracking on with it. And we've got these. Nice and easy and quick to cook. Just boil up a bit of water. Take a couple of minutes to do. So you can see just over there, we've got Kinder Downfall. The water's running off it as well today. We've had a bit of rain. Really good fun. And there's one a bit further down there as well that goes off to the side. It's called, I think it might be called Nether Redbrook. Obviously not as difficult as Kinder, but still good fun. I think we're getting a bit of rain as well. I tell you what, this weather, it's shit. Dottie's finally, I say finally chilled. I don't know what she's seen there. What have you seen, Dots? What is it? What have you seen? There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there at all. Have you seen ghost sheep? Have you seen sheep that have died? Have you got a sixth sense? I see dead sheep. Dottie, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Dots? So yeah, it's got a bit of a different vibe. A bit of a different vibe today to other videos that I've done. I don't know. It's just a little phase. It's just a little phase that we're going through. I'm sure we'll come out the other end. I don't know what she can see. But yeah, 500 days since I last had a drink. To me, that's a massive achievement. And to be honest with you, it's a milestone that I've only been reminded of through ChatGPT. Is it worth singing and dancing and shouting about? Maybe, last year when I got to 6 months, that was felt more of an achievement, but now it just feels like, normality. So there's a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain in the air. Is it coming this way? Who knows? And feel fresher, feel a lot better. Mentally stable. Yeah, I think, looking back now, I think probably had more kind of down days than I do, like, since quitting drinking. Obviously, the way you used to combat, feeling down was to drink, and it just become a bit of a vicious circle. Every day is just on an even keel, it's just on a level. And things that would stress anybody out at any time in their life, whether doesn't matter what kind of mental state they're in, like with a house thing, you're definitely going to take a knock. But if you was to look at like a graph of when I was like stressed in the last 500 days, this would be like a peak. It'd just be like a line, maybe little peaks, but then this, it's like when I used to smoke. You used to think that smoking chilled you out, but it doesn't. It does the exact opposite. And it's been 10 years since I had a cigarette. I feel 100% better for it. This isn't boiling very fast, and this is where you really need a jet boil or something, isn't it? I mean, this will do me. Might take a bit longer. Slow cooked noodles. Yeah, I'd recommend it to anybody to give up drinking, or even cutting down. Depending on how much you drink. Yeah, so coming back down into Hayfield now. Make our way back out of Hayfield. Get to Little Hayfield. Been a funny one today. I was in two minds whether I put my earbuds in before and just listen to some music. There's a band at the moment, I've loved them for years, called The War on Drugs. I'll put a little picture of them up here. You'd think after 8 Mile, when it should be, oh God, I've had enough. I just want to put my feet up now. But no, she's literally the same wired state she was when we first started. And she's left, she's right, she's up, she's down. Dotty. She's what's paying attention to me at all? She's living her best life. I mean, my waist isn't living its best life at the minute, being tugged by Dotty. So yeah, it's been a bit of a funny walk today. Not really felt like the hikes really helped, but it probably well, spoke to some nice people, that makes you feel better. There's a bit like at the top, well, just when you come down to, I think it's Hollins Cross, I'm not sure if it's Brown Knoll or something like that, where you then head off to Jacob's Ladder. There's a big lump of rock where people kind of tend to congregate around there. And I went up here just to have a look, and between more or less every crack, there's a litter, whether it's sandwich boxes or empty cans, crisp packets. Red Bull seems to be the litter of choice, doesn't it? Is that just the type of people that drink it are more likely to just throw it? So the next walk I come on, I'm just going to come by myself to do Crowden Clough. Speak to an old geezer as well. He must have been in his 70s, having a bit of a sit down. Just come up Grimesbrook Clough. So I didn't say it's shit, because each to their own, isn't it? And good on him. 70 odd, doing a bit of scrambling. And was talking about Trivan, talking about all kinds of stuff. Lake District, have fun. Tell you what, Dotty, you're going to be knackered in a bit. You are going to be absolutely cream crackered. Let's have a mindful minute instead of being yanked about in every direction. Why can't you be like this when you're on the lead? You're not pulling now, are you? Behaving yourself. What I'd give for sanity right now. I just had an email notification saying that my shoes have arrived. My new shoes that I ordered. La Sportiva. It's quite a posh name, isn't it? But apparently they're meant to be really good for scrambling and stuff. Like having a little bit of a climbing zone on the toe. I might even come out tomorrow actually and test them out. Oh, fuck's sake, Dotty. I do feel sorry for people that deliver stuff, Never do that job. One job that I'd never do, like Amazon delivery. I mean, you've got a bus to go on you, for it to be worth your while. You're driving around and stuff, like knocking on people's doors. You don't know what you're kind of going to be faced with, whether it's going to be a dog or just horrible people. Delivery guy comes to our house. I always try to have a chat with them. I used to be in that. I used to do a similar thing as well when I first started. When I first come out of the army in 2001. I worked for a courier company in Stalybridge doing that. Did that for about 3 years. That was tough. That was really tough. And this was before the days of sat-nav, Google Maps and all that kind of stuff. So you literally had to read an A to Z. So as you can see, I'm back home and it's absolutely pissing it down outside. Well, it has been anyway. Dotty's delighted to be back, aren't you? You're absolutely delighted to be back, aren't you, Dotty girl? Yes, you are. And as a way of treating myself, cheer me up, I've been to M&S and I've got some I've got some triple chocolate cookies. Oh yeah. And a big chocolate bar as well. Just a big slab of bread. I'm going to do a BLT and take it with me tomorrow. Have you pissed me off today? Have you been pissing me off? Yes, you have. Yes, you have, haven't you? But yeah, absolute washout. What is it, the middle of May? It's the middle of May, and it actually snowed. Believe it or not, it actually snowed in Hayfield today. Yeah, I think I'm just not in the best of head spaces at the moment. Even a walk around Hayfield, even a walk around Kinder, it's not managed to fix my head. So we'll have to try again. We'll have to try again tomorrow. I'm going on my own. Oh you're right, bloody creep now, aren't you? So, Dotty, come on, down. Well, I was coming out of the car park at M&S, and I'd left. I mean, there was a Tesla parked in a ski whiff in a car parking space. You couldn't get two cars by it. I mean, I've got the Citroen Dispatch, so it's pretty decent size. So I've stopped to let a Mini pass me. She was in a Mini, and she literally just stayed there. I mean, there was plenty of room to go past me. I couldn't reverse up because of a car kind of like manoeuvring behind me, and it was pissing it down as well. And she eventually come through, but she gave me this glare. I mean, coming through broad bottom, an older guy with no spatial awareness. I stopped again, and he stopped, and I'm like, I can't go anywhere because you're blocking the road. Eventually he came past. Oh God, I just put my head in my hands. When he eventually got past, there was loads of room. He just gave me this like look, carried on driving. Chaka Khan came on, started a bit of a sing to that, got over it, and yeah, it's all forgotten about. Just to cheer me up. What's arrived? My new boots. Looking forward to wearing them tomorrow. The weather's not as bad as it is today. Nice. So yeah, happy days. I'll try them out tomorrow.